You know, I didn't start off the year doing too well, if I can remember. In fact, I started off the year kind of sad, but let's not go there right away. On the other side of the spectrum, the highlight of January was finally taking the plunge to get my veneers. If there's any one thing that I was most self-conscious about myself, it was my teeth. So getting veneers was a huge, huge accomplishment for me, and that process started in January. Something else really fun that I got to do that month was go on a factory tour of Lush. Oh my god, it truly really made me fall in love with the brand. Going on that tour, like even more than I was already. I felt so lucky to be able to experience that, so thank you to everybody at Lush that had me and made that possible. If you'd like to that's how this voiceover is gonna go. If you'd like to watch any of the videos that I mentioned in today's video, they'll all be linked in the down bar for you in order. So in February, I finally got my veneers finished. It was quite a long process. So I didn't get them right away, but once I had them, I was just like, my confidence was through the roof. I felt like a whole new person. New teeth just make you want to smile a lot, so it's something I would definitely do 100 times over. At the end of February, I broke up with my boyfriend of 3 years. I think what maybe is the hardest thing about that is looking back on it now, because I can't believe how I allowed myself to be treated so poorly for so long. I'd obviously like to be respectful of all parties involved, but it's really hard to respect a person who never had an ounce of respect for me. I was in a relationship where I'd been cheated on 10 plus times, and I had no idea that I deserved anything better. So February and March were probably the hardest months for me, I'd say. But, you know, sometimes you need to go through something to experience it, and to learn a lot about yourself. Sometimes the people right next to you are the wrong people. Yeah, I learned a lot that month. March was hard, as you can imagine. It took me like a month to stop crying. I really don't know why, to be fair. I just want to like go back in time and just shake myself and say, like, what on earth are you crying about, you know? It's funny how that works. Yeah, it's funny. You know, there's that saying when girls are like going through something, they decide to change their hair. Well, I guess that's what I did. I was really tired of having unhealthy hair, and I just wanted to start fresh again and have, yeah, healthy hair again. So that's when you guys saw me go brown for the first time in 3 years. It had a lot to do with the integrity of my hair and like just life, what I was going through, and I'm so happy. I hope that you guys know that. I'm so happy that I did that, because I've gained so much self-confidence, and I was like really happy with my appearance, which is exactly what I needed to like progress past all of the stuff that had happened. So having done that in March, April saw a much happier Tasha. I was truly finally myself again. Oaks turned 2. I couldn't believe that. My little angel is growing up. I lost some weight. I bought new clothes. Oaks got to be in his first music video ever. I was really loving the dark hair. I got to be so much closer with most, if not all of my friends, and I went on a date with a boy. Sorry about my sniffles. I think I'm getting sick. Knock on wood. Come May, the decision to move had been made, and house hunting basically started. You know that my old house was my first rental house, and to be honest, it really never felt like home. I don't know, like, the dogs just needed a bigger backyard, and for what I was paying in rent, it just didn't make sense. I just didn't want to live there anymore. I went on a couple dates with that same boy, and things seemed to be going really, really well. I was happy. Like, May was a really good month for me. So June rolled around, and the boy that I've been seeing and we made things official. If you haven't caught on yet, This boy was Jordan. He makes me feel so loved and so important. He always makes me feel like I'm number one. I really didn't think someone like him existed. I don't know how I got so lucky to have him by my side, but I am happy that he is. We also got the news this month that we got the house and I'd be moving an hour away from where I already lived. I was asked to host a friggin' puppy room for the 2017 MMVAs.
One's smelling my armpit is Maximus.
This one's Yanni. Lil Yanni.
I want to name this puppy Kitty.
These puppies are going to win their own MMVA. So what is it for?
Being the cutest. Cutest puppy.
Best cute.
Cutest litter ever.
You heard me, a puppy room. It was really fun. I got to meet Post Malone. He was such a kind soul. I had a lot of fun and I'm super excited for 2018 MMVAs. I did some traveling in July. I went to Quebec and I also went to New York City for Jordan's birthday. I shot some really cool videos with MTV. And July just so happened to be moving month, so we had a lot of things to do in preparation for that. The dogs got to see the yard for the first time, and honestly, I don't think there's anything more precious than this. In August, my friends finally got to come up and see the new house, and we did sort of like a camping friends fest, I like to call it. Everybody camped and we swam in the lake, and it was absolutely perfect. Jordan and I went to vegan food and drink festival, which was pretty exciting, and a highlight for me because I decided to make the decision to start eating a plant-based diet. I'm sure a lot of you guys knew I was vegetarian, so this was quite a really cool accomplishment for me. September is pretty dang magical because I got invited on my first ever brand trip, and like what I mean by that is going with other influencers to experience something. I was invited by my lovely family at Benefit Canada to go to San Francisco. It was such an amazing trip. I was so nervous to go, which you guys saw in the vlog, but I'm really happy that I did because I met so many lovely girls and it was the best way to experience San Francisco. This is also one of my favorite vlogs I think I've ever done, so if you haven't seen it, please go watch it. I also got to meet Sarah Hawkinson and Edger Hill, Sarah White Girl, which was just amazing because I just love them and I love their content, and it's so cool to meet people from the internet that are just who they are, like so down to earth and so welcoming, and that was a really cool thing because like I said, I've been watching them for so long. In October, I was really excited to spend the holiday months with Jordan because he really enjoys October and Halloween and fall, and I'm super into Christmas, pretty much the other side of the spectrum. So we spent Thanksgiving up at his parents' house while filming Vlogtober, Jordan's first taste at vlogging. November was also really cool because I was invited to my second brand trip, which was overwhelming. It was 3 days of like heaven. I was invited to Los Angeles with Kiehl's because I was in California at the same time. My best friends were on tour. They're in a band called Cold Front, so they picked me up in LA. Came home, immediately put up the Christmas tree, and December. We were in December. It was perfect. The holidays were perfect. I just had such an amazing time like being home with the puppies and having Jordan by my side. I would like to thank you. Thank you for watching, and thank you for taking the time out of your day to click on my videos and support me. I'm excited for the content that I'm gonna bring you guys in 2018. Until then, I will see you guys in my next video. I love you. Bye.